I'm gonna say something, and y'all can tell me if I'm right or wrong. But this is just my opinion, right? The moment that we started appointing roles to people that was only meant for God is the moment that we lost, right? The moment that we start depending on people to show up for us in ways that only God can is the moment that we lost, right? And now this came from a few videos that I watched, right? And it's always the same topics on men being providers, men doing like how it was supposed to be in the old days. And that's all fine, right? We can want things to go back to how they used to, but we have to acknowledge where we are right now, right? How we got here, right? And it's partially due to the fact that we have transferred God's role onto men and women, and we expect them or we judge them for not carrying the weights that only God could carry, right? There's so many instances throughout the Bible where we were we were dependent on God, right? We were told to call on God when we needed help. But now we figured that okay, because God hasn't heard our prayers that he's not listening. Like no, God is always right there. He's always there. But now you expected this man to show up in a manner that only God can. And now every man that you come in contact with is not a real man. Y'all don't see how this has distorted our views, right? And same goes for men, right? We expect a woman to cook, clean, shut up, not question us when we aren't really being leaders. We aren't loving genuinely, unconditionally, right? These are things that we were charged to do. This is our responsibility as men and women, but we want others to show up for us in ways that only God can. Why is that?